Marbella with Him and Her are proud to be sponsored by the friendliest bar in San Pedro, the Hogan Stand. The place for amazing food, live music and sport, karaoke, quizzes, and a welcoming smile. Why would you want to go anywhere else? Check out their Instagram page at the Hogan Stand and at the Hogan Hackers for their golf society.
This podcast may contain adult themes and strong language. Hello and welcome to Marbella with Him and Her, brought to you by the Hogan Stand. He is
PJ Lopez and she is
Hannah Murray.
Fresh from eating a sloppy burger.
I know, and I'm not even a burger person.
Nice though.
It was nice. So I was in the UK last week. Well done for holding the fort.
Fort or the fort?
What?
I thought you said holding fort.
No, holding the fort. Didn't I say that?
No, it just sounded like you were in your accent for your...
Holding fort.
Holding fort.
Holding fort. Yeah, holding the fort.
Yes.
While I was away. You did a great job.
I held.
Oh, steady.
I was on my own.
You had fun then?
I did.
Good. I had fun too. I've got lots to say about my UK trip. I thought I'd start by talking about some people that I've spoken to on the radio, because I wanted to mention one from last week, but we recorded the podcast obviously before I went away, and I did this interview after that. I spoke to Ray Quinn, who was the singer from Liverpool who came second in the X Factor to Leona Lewis.
He did all the Rat Pack stuff, didn't he?
Yeah, all the swing stuff. He's got a voice that really suits that. And he said it was because he grew up with his father listening to that kind of music that it got into him. And yeah, he's really, really good at that stuff.
Yeah, so I remember him. He had quite a baby face, actually, when he was on there.
Yeah, he's a man now with facial hair and everything.
A man?
A man.
He's gone through puberty.
I know.
And all that.
So he was singing at Sala in Puerto Banus, who sponsor my radio show. So I got him on to, talk a bit about his life and career. He's a family man now with kids, and him and his wife have recently bought a renovation project, and they've been talking about it online, the different things that they're doing with their garden and stuff like that. So,
excellent.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It was.
People should listen to your show.
Well, you'd think. I also spoke to the lovely Sam Teale. I know you heard this. He was my second entrepreneur of the week, and he speaks so quickly, doesn't he? He's like a Duracell bunny.
Yeah, well, I think that is just an indication of his enthusiasm.
Oh, definitely. He's full of enthusiasm, and he's got an amazing story. I mean, he's the perfect person to feature on my Entrepreneur of the Week slot. He started making YouTube videos for Go Henry when he was 14. So Go Henry produce bank cards for kids, basically. It's a way of them getting used to handling money or bank cards and feeling like they've got their own money to buy sweets with or whatever. It's a lovely idea. And his parents got him a Go Henry card. So he was producing some YouTube content because he wanted to be a YouTuber as a kid. And Go Henry asked if they could share what he'd created, because he put up a little video of him using this card. And he said yes, of course. And then he realised that Go Henry didn't have any YouTube videos themselves. So he offered to create content for them as a 14-year-old and agreed to get 50 quid per video, which was paid onto his card. And yeah, I mean, what an entrepreneur at the age of 14. So he set up his business, Sam Teale Productions, which is a UK-based, now award-winning video production company, when he was just 17. He's got like 13 employees now.
Yeah,
and they're all young.
Yeah, it's good because he's giving back, basically, isn't he? He's helping young people get onto the ladder, get into a business, get into a company.
It's lovely. He's only 23 now himself, and he's got employees as young as 17, 18, and love it.
I tell you what, if you behave yourself, I might even get you a Go Henry card, and you can spend your own money then.
I'm an adult. I don't need one. It's for kids.
Yeah, but sometimes you need sort of reining in, don't you?
Thanks. Okay, you get me a Go Henry card. See how we get on with that. His motto is, if you don't ask, you don't get. And it's worked extremely well for him. He's in the process of working with M&S, the giants that are M&S. And that came about because he basically messaged the CEO of M&S on Instagram and said, can I meet you for a coffee? Can I take you for a coffee? And unbelievably, they replied and said yes. And now he's in the process of filming various content for them. It's just brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, when I was single, I tried that as well. You know, if you don't ask, you don't get. And I got slapped a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't work in all occasions.
Okay, I think I found out the hard way.
Yes, good. Glad. Johnny Ball, I spoke to him again. He is lovely. What a character. So the father of Zoe Ball, of course. A lot of people would know him and remember him from all the maths programmes that he used to do.
I think he's just a Johnny Ball of fun.
Oh, he really is, isn't he?
Name.
He just talked about the fact that he and his wife had recently got back from their skiing trip and he's 87.
Amazing. And you wouldn't know that when you hear him in the interview. I mean, he just sounds like a young guy that's super enthusiastic about whatever he does.
Yeah, he had some great stories. He was saying many years ago that he was asked to come to Dyson to do an inspirational talk for the staff. And he said he got there and he felt like you could cut the tension with a knife. It was a real odd atmosphere. He said it was the toughest audience ever. He said it was really, really odd. And then afterwards, a few people came up to him and said, oh, thanks, Johnny. That was great. That was really good. And he said, really, I felt like there wasn't much coming back from the audience. It felt like a really tough crowd. And the guy said, oh, did nobody tell you? He said, what do you mean? Oh, we all lost our jobs this morning. We've been told that the plant is moving to somewhere in Eastern Europe. And so he had to give them an inspirational talk when they'd all just been fired.
Gosh,
Isn't that awful?
That's terrible. And also, a Dyson, this is a guy that really, really rallied for Brexit. And then as soon as Brexit happened, took his business and set it up outside the UK.
Exactly.
What a
exactly.
twat.
Well, funnily enough, there's also talk of Weatherspoons, and he was exactly the same, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And they're bringing Weatherspoons to Barcelona airport now.
Yeah. And he said, no, we don't need any of that foreign muck. I think they use those type of words in there. So he stopped selling all foreign beers and wines. And it didn't work. So now you can go in there and get a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. You can get all the foreign beers. You know, it's amazing, isn't it? They have all these big ideas and in reality, it just doesn't work.
No. Talking of Spain, I spoke to a lovely lady called Brenda Navarro, who is from Cadiz, which is the Costa de la Luz. It's sort of Tarifa way, Jerez, all around there. And she and a friend of hers and now business partner called Ellie, who is Scottish, run a very fabulous Facebook page. It's also a company. They do translations and all kinds of other things about helping you with visas and stuff like that. They run something called Be Spain Savvy. And interestingly, the B and E stands for Brenda and Ellie, which is quite clever.
How clever.
Yeah, so Be Spain Savvy. Check out their Facebook page. Whether you live in Spain or you like visiting Spain or you have been to Spain once and you enjoyed it, you will love their content. They put out a lot of content, a few posts a day, and it's all quirky, really interesting stuff to do with living in Spain and the quirks of living in Spain and all the different types of bars and different types of coffee you can order, the different types of beer and all the different glasses that you get. The word mañana, what does it really mean? It's brilliant. So I had her on for the first time, and we're just in the process of sorting out it being a weekly thing, weekly chat on my show.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, really excited about it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, you know, when you're saying about people's initials, setting up things, we could have been HP Sauce. That would have been a good name for a podcast.
Saucy. HP Saucy. Because I mean, we're not sauce. It doesn't kind of make sense. But HP Saucy would be quite fun.
Yeah.
Damn it. We'll have to do something else.
Yeah. Well,
we could do a sex podcast called HP Saucy.
Well, easy, girl.
Well, otherwise, if we're
start feeling intimidated.
If we're putting saucy in the name, it's either got to be about actual sauce or it's got to be saucy.
Can't we just talk about salsas that I make? Last night I made a chili mayonnaise.
Do you think that'll get lots of listeners?
Yeah.
HP Saucy, and it's literally about sauces. Oh, funny. With the odd bit of sex thrown in.
You don't want to put the chili mayonnaise anywhere.
No,
I can tell
that's
you that.
true. That's true. Keep the two separate. The twain should not meet. I never get that phrase. Why? What is it?
The twain shall never meet.
The twain shall never meet. I mean, what a stupid phrase. What does that even mean?
I think it means that like the twains will never meet.
The two should not meet. But what twains? I've never heard that word in any other context.
I think it's Old English.
Okay.
Or something else.
Okay.
Move on.
Okay. I also had a lovely chat with Kimberly Kleinott, who is Annalise's daughter, who I work with.
Little Annalise's daughter.
Yes,
like, tiny little Annalise's
I've got
daughter.
a photo of her sitting on my lap when she was like 5 at Christmas in the studio. Do you know how old she is now?
18.
21.
Dear God.
I know. She's a medical student in Galway.
That's in Ireland.
It is in Ireland, yes. And she's doing really well. I think she's in her 2nd year, maybe 3rd year. And she and some of her colleagues are raising money for various hospitals in Africa. They've teamed up with hospitals in Malawi and Zambia. It's shocking how fewer supplies and equipment hospitals in certain parts of Africa have compared to what we're used to in the West, things that we would just take for granted that they'd automatically have in hospitals.
Like a lot of things, food, water, sanitary and just things, as you said, we take for granted as everyday life. And sometimes don't really consider, I've got a little bit of tissue left, start a new one, chuck that away, can't be bothered to pull the last few sheets off or whatever. And, when you're doing things like that and then realise that some people don't even have that and they would love to have those last 2 sheets that you've got. And, it's
or water,
easy.
Chucking bottled water away.
Exactly. It's very easy to be so sort of nonchalant about things, isn't it?
So she and some of her colleagues are going to be going to Africa this summer and visiting some of these hospitals and learning a lot and obviously passing on money that they will have raised. So if you want to go to her Instagram page, it is k.grace0725. And that's Kimberly, so k.grace0725. And a fantastic cause. They did something which they do annually, which is a bed push on Paddy's Day through the streets of Galway. They're all wearing their green scrubs, which is perfect for St. Patrick's Day. And they're pushing this big bed through the streets and they're shaking their tins, collecting money for this cause. So really
great.
Lovely thing.
Yeah, brilliant. Well done and good luck.
Yes. So my UK trip, I know I told you about driving, but I really loved it. We were upgraded to a Ford Cougar.
Cougars, isn't that like the women that love younger men?
Yes, but this was spelled Kuga, so I figured it was different.
I'm your cougar.
No, that's not how it works.
Okay, move on.
No, that doesn't quite work. We went for a lovely meal in Blandford at a place called La Vita, which is an Italian in the centre of Blandford. I wanted to give them a mention because
I think it was Greek with that name.
I wanted to give them a plug because the food was absolutely fabulous. I had a seafood pasta. It was gorgeous.
Oh, I haven't had a seafood pasta for a long time.
No, there was smoked salmon in it, prawns and scallops.
Scallops?
Yeah.
Wow, you went like for the highbrow one.
It was really nice, really, really nice. And I took some lovely photos. I was like a tourist, so Dad and I were in Dorset and Somerset. Dorset, which is where I grew up, lived there from the age of 12 to 18. And we went back to pick up some stuff that he and my mum had left behind and had to look through loads of photos, which was emotional and lovely at the same time. Blandford's got loads of really cute shops. There was one called Deck the Halls, which basically only sells Christmas decorations and it's open all year round.
Surely no one buys Christmas stuff.
They do.
In July.
I said, do people honestly come in and buy their Christmas decorations?
Sorry, I just burped and that probably came out on the microphone.
Great. People go in all year round and buy their Christmas baubles and things.
I couldn't bring myself to do that at all. I mean, I can just about do it sort of 2 weeks before Christmas.
I mean, unless they have special offers, if you nipped in July and everything was £1, you might be like, oh, now's a good time to stock up.
Still wouldn't do it.
Okay.
Wouldn't be on my mind.
No, fair enough. I noticed what normally happens when I go away, or even in Spain sometimes.
Oh, I thought turn the video off.
Stop it, for God's sake. There were peacocks everywhere, not real peacocks, but every time I went into card shops or gift shops, there were so many cards with peacocks on, handbags with peacocks on. The English soap company, the symbol, the logo is a peacock. I mean, it was amazing.
I don't think you've actually said the sort of link to the peacock on the podcast.
Oh, I think I have.
I'm sure you haven't. And again, you were there. but your mum and dad had a peacock that literally adopted them.
Yes, where we lived in Dorset, this peacock just flew into their garden one day and stayed for years. And we used to feed it out of our hands, and it was amazing. He'd display for us every so often. There's loads of videos of Mum going, pretty boy, because he'd show all his plumage. So peacocks are a thing. So when Mum died, I got a peacock feather tattoo on my wrist, which I love. So whenever I go anywhere and see lots of peacocks, it's very, very special. And Dad and I stayed in a place called the Chandlers, which, considering I'm a massive Friends fan, particularly of Matthew Perry's character Chandler, that was also really special. So there was lots of special things. We met up with Marie, who was one of my best friends from school. It was her daughter Chloe that came out and stayed with us with her friend last summer.
And led us astray, I might
totally
add.
led us astray, yes. Got us drinking wine and everything. So we met up with Marie, her daughter Chloe, and also her eldest son Lewis was there. So we had a lovely lunch with them in Cow and Apple in Yeovil.
Cow and apple?
Yeah,
What's the link of a cow and an apple?
I mean, they do beef.
Uh-huh.
I mean, maybe applesauce. I don't know. They do loads of cider. Everywhere, loads of cider. So beef and cider probably is the connection. And it's opposite the church in Yeovil. And again, an area I know really well from college. So we had some delicious food there, and it was really, really lovely catching up. We went to Sturminster Newton High School. So Oakford Fitzpaine is the name of the little village where we lived. So saw the pub, the village pub, the bus stop where we went to school, and it was so nice.
It's very funny when you get together with your friends from Dorset and the ones that you grew up with, because you all refer to it as, remember when we went to Stir?
Stir, yeah, exactly, Stir. And I met up with Bev, which was so nice. Haven't seen Bev in so many years. We met in the Crown pub, beautiful pub. Well, it's a hotel actually, hotel and pub in Blandford, and had a amazing catch up with her. And as we were sat there, someone was looking at me and smiling, and I was like, she looks really familiar. And I realised it was Rachel, who I was really good friends with again at college, and I don't think I've seen since we were like 17, 18.
And it was just random that she happened to be in the pub?
Just random.
Wow.
So we had like a massive hug and followed each other on Instagram, and we're all talking about they all want to come to Spain. And we're 99% close to booking a trip to go to Stir.
For what?
The Sturminster Newton Cheese and Cider Festival.
Great.
It's going to be great.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be so good. So Bev's trying to set up a bit of a reunion for anyone around from the class of 96.
I'm going to get my playlist ready with the Wurzels.
You got a brand new combine harvester, and I'll give you the key. All the memories.
I'm sure they sang one about cider as well.
Oh, of course they did, yes.
And do you think they'll have Dickens?
Dickens cider. People won't know what you mean unless you explain the joke.
I think we'll leave it there.
Okay, Dickens cider. Also went to Wimborne, which is where my grandparents lived for over 30 years, and I spent every Christmas day there, and it was emotional, actually. We drove past the house where we stopped outside, and we went into the Wimborne town centre. Dad and I had a lovely coffee and cake opposite Wimborne Minster. We went to Poole, which is where I lived. I used to work in Phones for You. That's completely gone. The High Street, Dad and I counted, I think, 16 charity shops on this one stretch of road, basically going from Poole Harbour up to the Dolphin Centre.
I thought Poole was a bit posh.
It might used to have been, but it isn't anymore.
Wow.
There were hardly any shops that used to be there 20 years ago. The high streets changed dramatically.
I think that's quite common in a lot of high streets in the UK, actually.
Yeah.
Crowborough is the same. You know, Crowborough used to have some nice boutiquey little shops and things, and now it's pretty much charity or low-cost, shops.
Yeah, like pound stretchers and all that, yeah.
Which is a shame,
We did manage to get perfect fish and chips. We thought we'd got to have fish and chips being in Poole Harbour, and there's some beautiful restaurants along the front there, but they're all like £20, £22.
Which is a lot for fish and chips.
It is a lot for fish and chips. But I said, well, there used to be a takeaway place right at the end. Still there. Loads of people had gone there because there's loads of benches around that area where you can sit in the sun, because it was a beautiful day. We had great weather when we were there. £8 for a small fish and small chips. The small chips are never small. There was too much for both of us to eat. And she said, I've given you both an extra fish, love. I was like, thank you so much. So we both had 2 bits of fish and for £8. Brilliant.
That's better value.
Much better value. Back in Spain, we had rehearsal for Ladies' Day on Monday and we needed to wear costumes. We did a bit of a photo shoot.
We did.
And you looked great.
I'm a jockey.
You're a jockey.
Not a knob jockey. Just a normal
debatable.
jockey.
And I got your outfit on
Amazon.
Vinted.
Oh, Vinted. Oh, Vinted.
I got my dress that I'm wearing, which was a £5,
Wow.
and your whole outfit on Vinted, and yours was, I think, was it €13 or 20 euros, I think, something like that. Amazing value. Vinted is the way forward, I'm telling you.
Has mine been worn before? No, we had to open it.
No, yeah, it hadn't been worn before.
Very good.
Really good. And on Wednesday night, we went to the yearly ITS AGM, so the theatre AGM, which was at Urban Chai and had some really nice food, lots of little picky bits. And they started giving awards now.
Yes. It was like the Oscars.
It was great, wasn't it? Loads of people got awards. Ruth, bless her, who's the
I think she had a full house in poker.
What's her title?
She's the secretary.
Secretary, that's it. Ruth is the secretary, and she's amazing. She's done that for many years, and everybody loves her.
We'd fall apart without Ruth.
Oh, definitely. And she obviously didn't know that she was being awarded, and she got 3 or 4, I think.
More. I think 4 or 5.
Brilliant. And you, me, and also Eleanor all got awards for our roles in Abigail's party.
We did, which was very nice.
It was really nice.
Nice to be appreciated.
Yeah, definitely. It was lovely. So we got a few photos of that. And on Thursday night, I didn't have a quiz, which never happens. Absolutely hardly ever happens.
Can I just say at this point, commiserations to Ireland. It's gutting. I really, really wanted Ireland to get through. It would have been a great World Cup with them there, just because they're great fun, and them in America would have been great.
Yeah, we got home and saw the last couple of penalty shots.
Yeah, well, yeah, last 2, wasn't it? So one went in, one didn't.
Yeah, gutted. So that's why there was no quiz on Thursday night, because it was a big football match for Ireland and lots of people had booked. So it was pointless trying to compete with that. So yeah, unlucky to Ireland. But instead, we went to another quiz. Debbie and Peter suggested we went...
Shouldn't tell anybody.
Debbie and Peter suggested we joined them at the Heredia, which is the Heredian, which is in La Heredia. And it was very different, wasn't it? So it was all on the mobile phone.
It was on an app, basically, yes.
Yeah.
And you had TV screens, so you could look at the TV screens, and you had to put your answers in the app.
It was called Kahoots, and I've met people who do this at home, so it's something that you can download and play with your friends and family at home. It's a great little...
It was quite funny, because he was saying, I only want the first letter of this, and then people typing out the whole word. He's saying, no, the first letter, and people type out the whole word. And it's like, what part of first letter did you not get?
No matter how many times you said it, every single time people typed out the whole thing. So yeah, very, very different to my quiz. It's all to do with speed, which is quite scary.
That's not drugs. Can we just emphasise? We're not talking about amphetamines. We're talking about...
No, you've got to be really quick with giving your answers, which adds a whole different kind of pressure, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's not sort of general knowledge, mainly. It's puzzles and word associations and, memory.
Yeah.
Those sort of things.
Yeah, it was very different. It was fun, and we started pretty badly. It took us quite a while to get onto the leaderboard. Then we were in
quite a while to get a point.
Yeah, we were in the top 5. Then we got to 4. Then we got to 3. Then we got to 2, and then we were in first place
for quite a long time.
For a while towards the end, and then literally on the last question, we dropped to second place.
Yes, we did.
Got it.
Yeah, we nearly won.
The one we dropped to second place, the question was something like, how many Lego shops are there in the world?
Yes.
And the answer was between 800 and 3,000 or something. And you had to put a slider. Yeah. And you had to put where you thought it was. And we guessed 2,000 and something, and it was 1,000. But very annoying, but very good fun.
Yes, it was.
Nice to do something a bit different. And we popped next door to the Village.
Oh, looks nice there.
Yeah, a friend of mine, Headley, who's been on Men Talk many times, has, with his partner, opened up a new restaurant called The Village. And it's gorgeous, isn't it?
Oh, if you like wine, this is the place to go. And a beautiful menu as well, like quite creative.
Yeah, they've got two menus. They've got a main restaurant menu and then they've got a bar menu, but they've got gorgeous stuff on their bar menu. It's not like...
And, it's not just like a standard steak, it's filet mignon and, it's all quite well described. I like it when you describe food very well. And then they have 3 chefs. They have one from Spain, one from Italy and one from Belgium.
Yeah.
And they're sort of competing with each other on the specials board. So they each, I think, have a turn at their specials and they really go out to really, get the most popular dishes. So it's a really good place. Love it.
So we can't wait to go there for dinner. So if you're near that neck of the woods, definitely recommend checking out the village. Dad and I were really excited that Amber Chew is back open.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you very much. Back open again. And you did say last week, them having been closed for a couple of months, supposedly to do work, you were like, I bet they've just got a new table.
Go on.
Yeah, nothing's different.
No, not even the table.
Not even a new table, I don't think.
Come on.
I couldn't see anything different at all.
Maybe they've got a new coffee machine.
I don't know why that takes 3 months to install.
Or some new glasses.
I'm not sure. Anyway, they're open again and everything was just as delicious as before.
Yeah, you showed me today when we walked past it. It was like $9.50, was it? And you get all
It's $11.50.
Oh, $11.50.
For $11.50, there's a thing called Be Healthy, and you get 2 slices of toast that has like seeds and things in, really beautiful brown toast with smashed avocado on top and a poached egg on top, and then you get like a basil oil over the top. So 2 of those. Then you get fresh orange juice with ginger in it and a cup of coffee or tea, and that's all $11.50.
That's great value.
Really good. So we love it there. This morning,
Talking of good value.
Yeah, you and I got up relatively early.
Yes, well, we went to the bank because we have this tax thing to pay, and it was meant to be really easy because it has a barcode on and you can do all of this on the machine now, and it didn't work.
No, it doesn't recognise the barcode.
No, so we went to 2 other cash point machines of the same bank and it said, sorry, scanner's not working. So all these things that are made to make your life easy...
Do not.
Are shit.
Yes. So I'll have to go into the bank on Monday morning. So that was annoying. So we walked up into town to go to the bank. Then we walked all the way down to the beach. And then we walked all the way to the other end of the beach. And then all the way back to the other end and went to Kalima
Very
Beach.
happy it's open again.
So happy because it means we're near to summer. So Kalima we've talked about before. It's basically a little shack on the beach. It's near La Pesquera end, which when looking at the sea, it's the right end of San Pedro. And it's so cheap. It's a beautiful spot to sit there and have a cup of coffee. They don't do loads of food. I have noticed that they do various different types of nachos now.
Which I never used to.
No. So if you're having a few drinks, sundowners, a great place to go for sundowners.
It is the place for sundowners.
Yeah, then you can get some nachos as well as crisps that they've always done. But they also do a fabulous breakfast. So you can get croissants, you can get molletes, and you can also get various things on toast, which we did. What did you have?
I had ham on serrano with tomato, olive oil.
And rocket. Yeah, and that was €4?
€4, and very tasty it was too.
Yeah, so one decent sized bit of toast.
Yeah.
And I had sliced avocado with loads of chopped tomato and some feta cubes and
was it
sesame
feta or
seeds.
Was it burrata?
Was feta.
Oh, it was feta. Lovely.
Yeah, and that was $4.50. And our coffees, cafe con leche, €2.
Yeah. Half the price of some of the others.
Yeah, and with the best view.
Yes, literally sitting on the Paseo right next to the sea.
So yeah, we love Kalima. Really happy that it's opened. And then we also ended up having a burger for lunch, sharing a burger.
Yeah, so it's the Champions Burger, isn't it? I think.
We mentioned it last week, but it's this weekend in San Pedro. So you might...
It goes on for a few days. It's on during the week as well.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's good, because our pod's going to go out on Sunday. We're recording this on Saturday, by the way.
I think like this weekend might be the first few days, but it is on for like 4 or 5 days. I've seen people already commenting on the post that we put up on the San Pedro guide saying that they're going to be going during the week.
Oh, that's good. So yeah, it's fab. So that you walk in and you can get, it's free to get in, and you basically would go there for a burger. I mean, there's no other real reasons to go there. And they have separate stands for each separate burger. So you read the menu and you see the type of burger that you want. So if you're in a big group of people and everyone wants a different type of burger, it could take quite a while to get your food. But we decided we were just going to share a burger, which was absolutely fine. They're like a tenner each, €10.50, I
as well.
Big burgers. There's loads of fillings. You've got cheese. You've got crispy onion. All kinds of things.
Wagyu. You've got all types.
There's
of
so
things.
many. So the most popular one
Yes.
had basically like a turquoise coloured bun with loads of pink glitter on top. So you can imagine all the kids were going for that one.
And you don't want to sit downwind when somebody's eating, as we found out.
Loads of glitter
You just
flew
get
all
covered in
over
glitter.
us. It was quite funny. You need to go to a separate stand to buy chips, and then right in the middle is where you get drinks from. And I have to say, I was a little bit frustrated going to get the drinks because it was a massive bar. So there were people standing all the way around, and there were 3 members of staff standing in this particular area, and I'd been standing there for a while. And this guy had finished serving, and this other guy just appeared, and the guy serving went to serve him. And I was like, what? Like, I've been stood here for ages. So after he'd finished serving him, I was like, hola, hola, por favor. And he served another guy that just appeared and basically said to me, well, you need to stand here.
Oh, well, you were standing quite a little bit in the wrong place.
Yeah, so all of us that were standing against the bar all had to then move and stand in this queue that he decided we needed to make.
Do you know what that is? That's all about power.
Yes.
It's like, I'm behind the bar, I can decide who I serve, and I'm going to wield my power on you.
It was really annoying. Yes,
I
well
nearly
done.
said the word.
You did, yes. It would have been valid. It was the
Yes,
perfect reason
yes.
for it. Yeah, why couldn't he have just moved a metre and served me, and then moved a metre, you know what I mean? Everyone had to move towards him. Massive, but what's the point of having such a big bar if the bar staff are going to stand exactly where they are? It did annoy me.
And just a point on that as well. So you can order through Uber Eats there, or if you pay through Uber Eats, I think.
It's
I'm not sure how that
slightly
works.
cheaper, apparently.
Yes, it's a little bit cheaper for the burgers. But we couldn't be bothered to do that, so we just queued
But that might be a way that's probably the best thing to do if you have got a group of people and people want different types of burgers. It will probably be much more efficient to order through Uber Eats, and then somebody will hopefully get them all ready and deliver them to you at the same time. So that is in San Pedro, by the way, where the Ferrier ground is in San Pedro, Champions Burger Festival. Check it out. Then we went to Leroy Merlin. Well, we went to a couple of Chinese places because we're trying to get some new sunbed cushions, and it's not as easy as we would have liked.
No, because ours is quite a long sunbed, and it's got a certain size cushion, obviously, for it. And we thought, okay, we'll go into Alcampo first of all, because I said, they've got a great choice in there, and they hardly had any, and they were expensive. It was like €100 for a cushion. It's more expensive than the sunbed, I think.
Yeah, we couldn't believe it.
And then we went into Leroy Merlin, and they had 2 sections of these cushions, but nothing at the right size. No. And again, they're like €40, which I suppose isn't too bad. But
yeah, they weren't 100 in El Campo, babe. They were 100 in Leroy Merlin.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, in El Campo they were like 30 or 40,
they didn't have anything
but they
near
weren't
the
the right
size.
size, no.
And we still haven't got the right size, so we decided to wash the one that we've got.
And hope for the best. Couple of articles from the Euro Weekly News, our collaborators. More than 17 million long-distance journeys are expected across Spain as DGT's Semana Santa operation was officially triggered yesterday, Friday the 27th. Congestion is expected to hit record levels in parts of the country, including Mediterranean routes, which I assume is where we are.
And I've seen conflicting stories about the amount of people that are coming. So we all assume it's going to be massively busy this Easter because of the thing that's going on in Dubai and the Middle East. And Dubai is obviously always a popular place for people to go at this time of year.
Yeah.
So we're thinking that people might avoid that and come here. And then I saw another thing saying, residency in hotels is down. So it's a bit of a strange situation.
You never know. But we noticed today at certain parts of the day there was a lot of cars on the road, wasn't
Yeah,
there?
which is unusual for the weekend.
Well, it must be Semana Santa week.
I reckon it is. The Mediterranean route, which we live on.
We do. So Semana Santa basically starts from the 29th of March until the 5th of April, and it's Easter week, for want of a better expression. The busiest days, according to the Euro Weekly, are Holy Thursday.
Holy Thursday.
And Good Friday. It's not that good, is it, really?
No. It's Maundy Thursday, by the way.
Maundy Thursday. Maundy.
You can't smile on that Thursday.
No.
Well, you don't really.
It's holy, isn't it? And if you haven't seen Easter processions, they are quite the spectacle. You may well automatically think of the Ku Klux Klan when you see them, because there's a lot of people with white masks and white pointy hats. It is nothing to do with the Ku Klux Klan. It is not racist at all. It is very much a religious thing. The religious brotherhoods.
Brotherhood, that's it. Antonio Banderas is a leader of one of the brotherhoods in Malaga. Yeah.
Brotherhood, yeah. So these processions. So there's different things happening each day, each night. Different things happen in cities compared to smaller villages. So definitely something to see if you haven't seen it before. So do check out in your local area. Just look online to see what processions are happening and when and where. And some of these processions, or some moments within the processions, everybody is quiet. And it's said in the Euro Weekly News, which is a really good tip, please respect what's happening around you. So there'll be some moments when everyone's cheering and screaming and singing and people are out on their balconies and everybody's clapping, and then, join in with that. But if everybody's quiet, please don't be loud, basically, respect what they're doing.
And it's encouraged right at the end to all sing, "Always look on the bright side of life."
Yeah, that would not be appropriate. But I love the idea. Or if you're not inclined to see anything like that, just stay in and watch The Life of Brian.
Yes. A bit of a tip here as well, that in Spain, the bank holiday is on Thursday and Friday. There is no bank holiday on Monday. Well, not in Andalusia anyway. I think where my sister is in Valencia, they do have a holiday on Monday, but definitely here it's only on a Thursday and a Friday.
Yeah, so again, if you need to do shopping and all that kind of stuff, do it before then. The clocks spring forward tonight. We're recording this on Saturday, so by the time it goes out tomorrow, it will have already happened, but you will have an hour less in bed by Sunday morning.
You don't have to, you just get up an hour later.
That's also true. So yes, just be aware of that. If you have an iPhone, it does it automatically.
If you have a clock by the side of your bed, it doesn't.
It doesn't, yes. So you're right.
And I'm pleased to say that at last, the clock in the car will be correct.
Yes, we never changed it, did we? Oh, that's good. And I also saw in the Euro Weekly News, I was like, wow, get in. That was good for timing. The UK government have confirmed passport application fees are increasing on April the 8th. So if you need to get a new passport because you lost yours, or you need to renew your passport, the fees are going up from April the 8th. And I have filled in and paid for mine today.
Yeah, we've done your mugshot. It looks like a mugshot.
Yeah, it does.
You don't look very happy, but you're not allowed to smile.
Not allowed to be happy.
Yeah, and you said, "Oh, I don't like that bit on there." And it's like, and you can't touch it up. It's got to be natural.
Oh yeah, no touching up. No. So I'll be going to the post office on Monday to do that, and paying the thing in the bank and doing all official
busy
stuff.
Monday before Pilates.
Before Pilates, yeah. Well, that is it. Busy week indeed.
Yes, and we've got a busy weekend ahead of us as well. Urban Chai quiz tonight, and we are going to the theatre tomorrow, and we'll bring you all the information, which I'm hoping will be amazing reviews of Chicago.
Can't wait. So excited. It is goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from her.